Hey guys, Drugula here again, and tonight I'm going to be talking about why I believe that Oblivion is a much better game than Skyrim. And before I start, I think I should say that Skyrim is a really good game, a great game as a matter of fact, but I just found that after playing through Skyrim a few times, I had like 10 times more fun on Oblivion than I did on Skyrim. And I keep asking myself why, but just playing the game again and going through it, hell, the answer is just right there. Like, first off, there's just so much more content in Oblivion. I mean, even if you don't count the add-ons, there's still so much more to do in that than there is Skyrim at the beginning. And as far as the rest of the content in Oblivion goes, there's enough there to keep you busy on this game for, hell, for the next year pretty much. I mean, with the Shivering Isles expansion, it's basically 2 games in one. How the fuck can you lose with that? Yeah, but with Skyrim, on the other hand, there really wasn't that much in-game content. I mean, we got 2 actual expansions, if you can even fucking call them expansions. I call them fucking cash grabs, really. And then you just get this one DLC that's like $5. It's some fucking farm out in the middle of nowhere, but who really gives a shit? $5, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm pretty sure that I could spend that $5 someplace more beneficial, like Mickey D's, much more fucking beneficial that way. But yeah, I mean, Skyrim just never kept me as busy as Oblivion does. And looking at the world itself, I mean, granted, I guess Skyrim's supposed to be this harsh landscape, and it's pretty much going through a bad time at the moment, but well, the parts of the world that are beautiful are really beautiful. I mean, the Arctic landscapes, the mountains, they're absolutely gorgeous in that game, but everything else just seems to be a fucking eyesore. I mean, I may be the only person who thinks this, but yeah, looking at it now, it just makes my eyes want to fucking vomit if they could. Okay, maybe not that bad, but still. I just found the world in Oblivion to be a much more beautiful place. I mean, you had these beautiful grasslands, these grassy looking mountains, and it even had that Arctic landscape to the north of the game that actually goes up towards Skyrim, and I just found every single fucking area of Oblivion beautiful. I mean, even Oblivion itself. You go through a portal to Oblivion and it just looks like a threatening, terrifying fucking place. And in Skyrim, they actually tried to add a couple different realms of Oblivion in it, and in my opinion, they just fell flat on their fucking ass because, I mean, I remember with the Dawnguard expansion, the fucking realm of Oblivion you enter there, it doesn't even feel threatening. It just looks bleak and depressing. And if you think that's bleak and depressing, there they go, adding the Dragonborn add-on and the fucking Plane of Oblivion you visit there, multiple times might I add, is even more fucking depressing looking. Okay, if I wanna play a game that's set in a depressing fucking environment, I'll play Fallout 3 because that's meant to be in a depressing fucking environment because it's an apocalyptic fucking wasteland. It is not supposed to be a beautiful fucking landscape that just immerses you and helps you escape the real fucking world that looks like shit and has about 30 fucking dogs next door barking constantly. But that's another story. Oh, man. And Oblivion. Another thing that Oblivion did so well was the fucking storytelling. Some of the best storytelling I've seen in any RPG, really. And I gotta say, though, I mean, every storyline in Oblivion, even the fucking side quests, they just did so well to immerse you into the experience, to make you feel like you were part of the story. It it was just fucking dynamic. It felt natural just being immersed into the story. With Skyrim, it just felt totally fucking forced. I mean, even the main quest line felt fucking forced. I mean, there's just no emotional depth in that fucking story. I mean, granted, I know Oblivion's story is going to be pretty hard to top, but damn, you could at least fucking try. I mean, the main boss in Skyrim, you know, the very boss that's supposed to feel the most threatening out of all of them, doesn't feel like a threat whatsoever fucking ever. You kill him fucking faster than anything at the end. One of the easiest in-game bosses in fucking history, if you ask me. I mean, the story just feels absolutely lifeless in Skyrim. You're just coasting along, doing these pointless-ass fucking quests. Go here, retrieve this, or go here, kill that. Like, why? Could somebody please explain to me why? Give me some emotional depth? In fact, who the fuck are you? I mean, none of the characters in the game seem to be dynamic in any way. It's just, they're all completely the same. They have no development. And, God, it's just painful to go through the fucking story. I mean, even the first time I started playing, and I will say that the very first time I started playing Skyrim, I mean, I was blown away by how good it looked at first, and I was really hoping for something more, but honestly, I had no idea what the fuck was going on most of the time, and hell, all the fucking quest lines, because the story was just so half-assed. God, and the ending, it just felt so fucking anticlimactic. I mean, okay, and this is another thing I really need to touch on. In Skyrim, after you defeat the main boss and fucking save the world, nobody even acknowledges it. They just walk past you like normal. They just either say hi or whatever fucking random line comes to their head. Like, oh, you're new to the Companions Guild. What do? Bring the meat? Like, no, I just, saved all your fucking asses. But yeah, go ahead, be a fucking dick, Meanwhile, in Oblivion, after you beat the main quest line and save the world, you're named the Champion of Cyrodiil, which is the highest rank that they can bestow upon you in this fucking world. They give you this badass set of Imperial Dragon armor, and they build you a fucking statue. I say again, they build you a fucking statue. That is the ultimate show of appreciation. Using all your money and resources that you could be spending on food and other essentials to build somebody a fucking statue. That is appreciation. And that is what I love the most about getting through the main story on Oblivion. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I got right now. But yeah, bottom line, if you're trying to decide between these two, I strongly recommend Oblivion. You'll have a lot more fun, you'll be spending a lot more hours on it, and I know I just went through how the main story in Oblivion's badass, but there's another badass story, and that's in the fucking Shivering Isles expansion, which is honestly even better than the main story in Oblivion. So all I can say is, fuck Skyrim, just get Oblivion if you love RPGs. However, if you love something that's entirely dumbed down and makes you feel overpowered as fuck early on, then yeah, Skyrim's for you. You go ahead and do that. I'll stick to the more challenging fucking game, which is Oblivion. Have a good fucking night, people.